Hello, Annalise.
There I am.
There we are.
Hello.
Hello.
What's going
Yes.
on?
Oh God, man, it's been so hectic today. It has been. It's actually been nuts, and everywhere around Fall River in the city, we have detours everywhere. I'm telling you,
Because
detours.
of the fire?
Huh?
Because of the fire?
No, it wasn't. It's because they're fixing the roads everywhere, Bedford Street, everywhere. Oh my God, man! I'm telling you, it's amazing. You know, it's horrible for the stuff that you see out there. But anyways, hello everybody. Welcome to Fall River Media News. I'm your host Dave Mead, and my co-host Annalisa. And so we're going to finish off what we talked about, what we were talking about yesterday, because yesterday was only a special edition and I always ask Annalisa to come on, and because Annalisa has, sometimes she gives me advice on things, and a lot of times and I'm going to say all the time she knows what she's talking about. You know what I'm saying?
I
When it
hope so.
becomes well, when it becomes politics and stuff like more Healy, uh, you know, Baker and stuff like that. So,
I
so
try.
I'm gonna let you start off first because
Me?
you
Oh
yes.
god.
Oh God.
I wasn't expecting that.
Well, but if you want to start off first, do you want me to start off first, or you want to start off first?
You go, you go.
Okay, all right. Because I
My
think you had
brain
enough.
is fried.
Your brain is fried, so is
My
my
brain
brain
is fried.
sometimes. Yeah, my my brain is always fried.
Oh my god.
And my brain's just been out in the sun all day. It's been fried, so that's
Oh
how it's
yeah,
so
it's
hot and
warm,
stuff.
isn't it? It's beautiful. I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. Nice weather, huh?
Yes.
Well, there was actually more stuff going on. Let me see if I can. I have the phone right here. Well, we were talking about um, how um, the Gabriel House, um, how the Gabriel House was, full of cockroaches, mice, and so
Bed
forth,
bug.
and bed bugs and all, and
That's
how that
disgusting.
it is disgusting, and how the other people, the residents wasn't being taken care of. You know what I'm saying? They were being neglected by the people, and I've heard it offer certain you know certain I heard it offer certain people that rides that go over there and pick people up there at the Gabriel House, and and a lot of times the residents over there would come up. I mean, this guy would be a total nice guy. He would actually come out, okay, and jump into the get a ride to like the doctor's appointments and stuff, and the guy would be all full of piss, okay,
Oh.
all disgusting, yeah. And I mean, and the pe- and the pe- the transport the people that was transporting these people always would ask the guy, "What happened? How come you don't? How come you like this?" And and he wouldn't say anything. So I mean, so it is pretty it's pretty sad. You know what I'm saying, how those people were treated up there. Those people were actually treated terrible in that area. So, um, but we still we have again we have Christopher, Christopher Silva and Jordan James Sylvia with all those restaurants that are going to help these people out. All the restaurants are going to help these people out, volunteer. They have, like I said, they're holding the event over at the VFW on Friday night, to help these people out with
Where are the other patients? Where are they right now?
they're all spread all over the place and they're all spread all over the place in hospitals and stuff because they don't have no place to stay.
In Fall River, or are they in
Fall
other cities?
River, New Bedford, and
Yeah, so they're everywhere.
they're everywhere. Yeah, because the hospital, St. Anne's Hospital, was already flooded. St. Anne's Hospital was already flooded couldn't take any more patients because they ran out of beds over there. So Charlton's got some. Luke's St. Luke's Hospital's got some.
Well,
Rhode Island's got some.
that's what should have happened in the first place with the violations of that building.
Yeah.
They should have closed it down, transferred the patients elsewhere until those violations were fixed. That's what's supposed to happen. The owner has so much time to fix the violations.
Yep.
And if they don't, I'm not sure what the penalty is. I don't know if they get fined. I don't know what happens, but they should have been moved out long ago. And none of this, I don't think, would have happened. I mean, the fire could have happened because maybe it was a fire hazard, but losing 10 people would not have happened. So I think your mayor there is in big doo doo.
Yeah.
He
I
should
think so
lose.
too.
He should lose the election. When is the election? Next year? The
The next, well,
or this
I,
year?
I think so. I think it's next year.
Well, he should lose just on what happened at the Gabriel House alone.
Yeah. So yeah, the Gabriel House was like horrible. You know what I'm saying? With all that abuse going on up there and neglect and on these people. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? You know, when you if you have bed bugs, if you have bed bugs and mice going
Well,
on,
what grosses me out is that
cockroaches.
if they were eating there, that grosses me out.
They were eating there, and
That's gross.
and the people that worked there did not really care about the residents there. Even the residents was complaining about stuff over there, that violations and stuff that wasn't even getting done. And like I said before, there was a old lady. She had taken her hearing aid off, and she went to bed, and she got burnt to death over there.
Oh my goodness.
And like I said, the state representatives, Alan Sylvia, Cal Viola, Senator Michael Rodriguez, these people didn't care about these people. They knew about this, okay, and they never did anything about the violations. Okay, the violations they
The
only had.
City Hall is supposed to take care of the violations. They're the ones that go, aren't they the ones that do the building inspections? The City Hall.
Yeah.
Aren't they the ones, not the state reps?
Well,
City
but the
Hall goes and does those things. At least that's what I think.
yes, you're right. The city hall, the mayor's office, the city hall does do those. What do you call it? Those
Building inspections.
Yeah, building inspections. That's over there, and they also the fire department also goes there and checks and does does what do you call it? Checks the fire alarms every now and then over there, and
Safety.
I think they were supposed to do fire drills once a month or something or twice a week over there.
Well, that's what building inspections are supposed to do. They're supposed to look at all those things. They're supposed to look at the safety, fire exits. cleanliness, that they're supposed to be looking at all that stuff. And if they had violations, and I don't know what happened, but if they did not close the building down because of those, then they're at fault.
Hmm.
The city is at fault. Coogan is at fault.
Of course, Coogan's at fault for this. He's at fault for it because all the stuff that he has done. Okay, you know, well, but he was talking to the media. He said something about politics. He says, "Well, this ain't politics." It's like, what are you talking about? 10 people died in that house
Well,
in that building.
he's trying to not take the blame.
Well, he
This
is to
isn't
blame for it.
politics.
Yeah.
This isn't what you think it is. And he got all defensive. And
Yep.
it's like, no, it is what people think it is.
Of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a assisted living building that has to be inspected, and if it doesn't pass, it has to close
That is right. They have to put a lock on the
until
door.
yes, until you, the owner, fixes it.
It is, yeah. But you know what? Somebody must have got paid, right? Somebody must have got paid. And guess what? And okay, and overlooked all those in violations that happened in that Gabriel house. Okay.
Well, guess what? They're screwed.
Let's see. The Gabriel house weed check. Out window from the switch. Weed. Oh my God, this guy, man.
That what is
This
that?
guy cracks me up. Nick Stone, he cracks me up so bad. I'm telling you. The Gabriel House buys weed. Check out this bit. Oh, all right. No, he is. He's serious about this. He's
Who's
saying, check that out.
Gabriel? Who's Gabriel? Gabriella? Is that a woman? Gabriella Reen? Is that
I
that's
don't know.
something?
Something like that. The Gabriel Weed House. He's something, though. He's funny as hell. Character.
I don't
Oh,
know what's on that video that we should see, but
yeah.
well, I mean, look, that what happened there um, does not look good for the city, and
Nope.
it definitely does not look good for Paul Coogan,
Nope.
and um, and people should be upset about that. And the firefighters not having enough manpower, enough money. Money was another issue that he was crying about. These are look. All they had to do, the city hall, all they had to do was shut down the building and move the people out of there. That's all they had to do.
Yep. That's all they. That's. Oh, Patrick Coach. He goes. They all need to be sent to Epstein Island.
Oh
He's
no, you know
funny.
where they should go? Alligator Alcatraz. That's where they should.
Alligator Alcatraz. Because they got a lot of holding cells over there that they
Yeah,
need to fill.
try to escape that.
Oh, you got alligators that are going to be very hungry in the morning.
Got to starve those alligators.
Yep, and they'll eat. Believe me, the Alcatraz, the alligator Alcatraz, those alligators will be eating breakfast, dinner, and supper. And especially, they love the illegals. They love the
Especially them.
illegals because no way, they love dark meat. I don't want to be racist.
How do you know they don't like white meat?
I don't know. They might like white meat too. I don't know.
They might like that better. I don't know.
Hey, hey, you know something? Alligator Island, Alcatraz. They don't. The alligators over there. They're not fussy what they eat.
No, I don't think they care.
Oh, we should deport Coogan.
Yes, yes, yes,
It's
yes,
funny as hell
definitely.
though. Nick Stone's funny though. He
He's
is.
right.
He's a
He's a criminal and he should be there,
yeah,
along with Mara Healy and Michelle Wu,
yeah.
the whole crew.
Oh man, hey, let me tell you something. But I don't know if I don't. I honestly, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if the alligators like Chinese women or not. So I don't know. I have no idea. I mean, they might. They might. So I don't know.
They're not gonna know they're not gonna know the difference. All they see is I don't know what I don't know what alligators see when they look at a person. Food?
They
I don't
say
know.
they see an arm. They see two arms and a leg. Okay, and a
I
head.
don't know. Do they know that? I don't think so. I'm not
I
so
don't
sure
think
they know.
alligators do.
I don't think
At
they
that
care.
point.
All they want to do is chomp down on whatever's in front of
Course,
them.
man. Hey, they see something fat and big or skinny, they'll eat anything.
They don't care.
They
That's
don't
right.
care
They
what they
don't
don't care
care.
what it is.
No,
but
I don't think
I
so.
mean, it's wait a second. Yeah, somebody. Oh, yeah, let's see what Nick Stone had to say. After they eat Chinese people, they are hungry again for 45 minutes later. Crazy.
That's true. They do that on purpose so you keep eating Chinese food and then you'll eat again after 45 minutes.
Yeah, because the
You know
Chinese
why?
food. Guy,
Do you know why it's red? Like when you go into a Chinese restaurant, it's usually the red color. Do you know why?
why?
Because it makes you hungry.
Yep. Hey, I'll tell you. Hey, I'll tell you one thing though. Alligators, though, I mean, they're not fussy what they eat, man. They'll eat anything. You know, that's what that's what they do. You know what I'm saying? That's why you can't escape from Alcatraz because the alligators are right there. The minute you jump in there, you got the alligator popping
That's
up
the
with the
best.
water.
That's the best security guards you've got going right there.
Yeah, the alligators, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
You don't even have to pay them.
No,
You just
no,
throw them
you
some.
don't.
You just throw them a
Just
bone once in a while.
well, just throw them some people once in a great while.
Right.
Hey, well, I mean, they love the illegals, though. Dave, you will be at the first guy to shake Paul and hand. He sees him
When you
stop
see
in.
them.
No, I won't. Jay Rizzle, no, I won't. Yeah, no, you're out of your mind when you say that. No, I won't. No.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, I'll be. He thinks that I'm gonna shake Paul Coogan's hand.
For what?
He thinks I'm gonna shake Paul. If Jay Rizzo says that, I know it was a joke, but now this is a joke that I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say this is a joke, Mr. Rizzo. Okay, I'm gonna say this for a joke. Well, no, I'm not gonna shake man Paul Coogan's hand. After those people, those 10 people that died in that Gabriel house, no, I won't even shake more of Healy's hand. I'd be
Oh
no,
God.
no, I won't.
Another loser.
Yeah. No, I won't. I don't.
Do you know that do you know that Mara Healy put aside $5 million for the illegals to get legal advice?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, $5 million last night out of taxpayers' money. Great.
Yeah, and that $5 million that she's giving to the illegals on top of everything else
Mm.
could have been used for other things.
That is true too. Yep.
Much more useful and needed, like what you guys need in Fall River and other places as well. But no, the money's going to the illegals and the Chinese Communist Party as well, the CCP in Boston.
Oh, how is it Paul Coogan's fault? It is his fault because the city is supposed to have daily inspections. Okay, on there, right?
Well, look, when you have a business, you have to register it at the town or city hall.
That is true.
Okay, whatever business you're going to open up, you have to let the city or town hall know about it. And
Yep.
then what they do, depending on what the business is, they come out and inspect
Yep.
and make sure that it is all up to code before you open up.
That is true too.
So at one point, that Gabriel house, I don't know how long it's been there, that at
Oh,
some
that Gabriel House was a hotel. Then it was something else too. I forgot what it was.
so when it transferred over to an assisted living facility,
Hmm.
they had to be all up to code, whatever it needed, it had to have. But at some point, they went in and inspected it, and there were violations, which means you have to shut down the business.
Yep. You got to shut it down. Yeah.
That
True.
is city's hall. That's city hall's responsibility. That is the town hall's response. Just like when you go into a restaurant and they find mice,
Yep.
that's a violation.
That is true.
And they close it until they clean it up, if they clean it up at all. I don't know, whatever. But that's what should have happened at the Gabriel house. That is Paul Coogan's territory. That's the city hall. That's him. That's where he conducts business, the mayor.
Hmm. Yes, he
So
does. Right there.
the building inspector, and I don't know what happened. I'm assuming that they did not shut it down because of the fire that happened. They
Yeah.
made a mistake.
Yes,
They
they
made a
did.
mistake. And it was a big mistake. Not only were the building violations were a problem, but then it. I don't know if it was a fire hazard. I'm assuming that it was, since it had violations. So you got a fire hazard as well, maybe. And now you got to call the fire department, and they're understaffed.
Yes, they.
Hello,
Yep.
how are those people gonna win in a situation like that? They're not
Well,
going to.
no,
They're not
they're not.
going.
Of course not. Well,
Okay,
the fire department's understaffed over here, and
right.
Mayor Paul
So
Coogan.
you've got a city problem. You have a mayor that does not know how to run the city.
No, hold on. One of my cousins, they said something. The city cares more about the
Right.
illegals than the elderly. That
That's
is
right.
true. That is true. That is
Not only
absolutely
just
true.
the it's not just the elderlies, it is the Americans, the citizens, the taxpayers, the residents that live, there legally, are being pushed aside, and the illegals are all taken care of. And like I said, Mara Healy set aside $5 million for the 2026 budget that started July 1st. That money has already been allocated to the illegals for a legal fund.
Yes, it has.
That's a lot of money that could have been used elsewhere.
Yeah. Alfonso Hathaway.
Well, if that's true, then the building inspector, if that's the case, these people all need to be fired.
Yep, they do. They yeah.
I
You know,
mean, you,
go
you
ahead.
don't you don't pass inspection, you get a violation, you close down the facility and move the people elsewhere until it gets fixed.
That is true. Yep.
And if that happened and there was a fire, nobody would have lost their lives. Nothing would have happened.
Hey, Jay Rizzo, I'm just gonna say that we have no we have we what do you mean we have no clue? But you know something? But it is Mayor Paul Coogan's fault, and you know that. Okay, you know that he's the mayor of the city of Fall River. I don't know why people stick
Well,
up
then
for him.
whose fault is it if it's not Coogan's? Whose fault is it?
Whose fault is it if it ain't
Well,
Coogan's
who
fault?
does he think? should be blamed for what happened at the Gabriel house? Who does he think should be held responsible?
That's what I should ask him. Hey, Jay Rizzo, if it ain't Coogan's fault, so who do you think should be taking the blame for it? The state, he said.
The state.
The state should take the blame for this.
The state? Is that what he
Yeah, this.
said?
Yeah, he said the state.
Why the state? Why the state?
Why the state when it's Paul Coogan's fault with all these inspections that needed to be done?
Who inspected the building? The city or the state?
Well, we have a building inspector in the city hall, and
Right.
that's what
So
we have
I'm
to look into.
assuming that the building inspector of the city hall did the inspection, or does the state do the inspection?
Let me see. Somebody just wait a minute. Hold on. This is a city issue,
Okay,
so
it's a
the
city.
city.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah,
Okay.
the city. Yep, my cousin already said it. It's the city. Yeah, the city's
Yeah.
in
So
the city.
it is Paul Coogan then who's responsible to make sure that things are run smoothly in Fall River,
Yeah,
and that is to have manpower for the fires if something like that happens. It's a police force as well, and to make sure that something like the Gabriel House, where where you have disabled people,
yeah.
um, make sure that it's up to par and how it should be. And if it's not run correctly, then how, if they had done the right thing, this wouldn't have happened. This wouldn't have
That is
happened.
true. That is true. It would have
There
never
could
happened.
there could have been a fire, but those lives would have been saved because they would have been elsewhere because the building was not safe to begin with.
That is true too.
So are we now, with the Spindle Straight Talk? I always forget the name of that.
Spindle
CJ and
City Straight
Chip.
Talk.
Yeah. So
Well,
CJ and Chip
CJ's the
said
first.
that City Hall has already said that they will not release the information for another 10 days regarding the violations. They're not going to let anybody know.
So Chip did say that.
So that's a cover up right there. There's the cover up.
So well, you got your cover up. So yeah, because
So
they're
now
not going to release it.
they don't want people to know the truth about the violations, when they were done, who did them, and why wasn't the building closed down when those violations were and citations were given to them. Why weren't they shut down? And if they were shut down, those people should have been transferred out of there because the building wasn't safe.
Well, I think Chip ought to know because Chip is a retired firefighter. So I mean, so
I
I
think it
think
was CJ that said that whoever, I forget which, I don't know if it was an attorney or somebody that he said at the city hall that yelled and said that that information is not going to be released and asked for the information not to be released for 10 days. So they have something to hide, in
of
other words.
course,
In other
of
words.
course, they have something to hide.
And like I said, are we gonna, if the people of Fall River don't know what really happened, that means there's a cover up. There's a cover up.
Well, we have the landlord too. And I'm going to agree with Jay Rizzle on this one. It's also the landlord's fault too, because the landlord that owned it is used to was harassing the younger girls that worked there.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with the fire and the people that were killed.
No,
Okay,
that has nothing to do with it. You're right,
I
and
don't
I
care.
agree with
That
you, hun.
doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. I mean, it does, but not in a case like what happened with the fire and the people inside that lost their lives. That's neither here nor there. That is not the most important point. The most important point is that you had a building that was not safe, did not pass inspection, had citations, should have been closed down, and those people should have been transferred, because if a fire did happen, those people wouldn't have been affected.
Nope, those people, those 10 people that died, they would have still been alive.
That's right. I mean, what, is it that really that hard to figure out? I mean, is it all really about money here, that you have to have these people stay in this facility so that they can get money every month? That's all that they care about. They don't care about the lives that are in there and save people's lives. The city should have closed down the facility.
That's right.
They should have insisted on it. They should have put a padlock on it. The guy, the owner, could not have gone in and transferred the patients elsewhere. That's what should have happened.
Yeah, they should have
Would
been,
you go
but
would
no,
would you go into a restaurant knowing that on the window it said it had violations of sanitation in the kitchen? Would you go and eat there? No.
no, I wouldn't.
No, they have to shut it down and they have to clean it up.
That is true too. Yep.
So that's what should have happened in that facility. This is not livable. This is not safe. You got to get these people out. They're not going to they're not City Hall is not going to tell you these things. They're going to hope that in 10 days people will forget. They'll have a short attention span. They're going to forget about it,
Yep.
and that's it. They'll wash their hands. Paul Coogan will go on merrily, like live a happy ever after, and the
Yeah.
landlord too.
Yep.
And so the fire that happened, if it was insured, if the building was insured, that guy's going to get the owner is going to get a payoff now.
Of course.
I believe. Yeah. See.
Dave, you work at some that places was bad and they were still open. Well, there is, but there is places. Yeah, I mean, there is places that um, there was there's a lot of places in Fall River that was bad, but I mean, but it's not, it can't be compared to what to what it can't compare to what we've been seeing. Okay, we know a lot of other places been bad too, but it's not compared to what
Well,
to the
what is
Gabriel
bad?
house.
What is bad?
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, like,
what is bad? What does bad mean? What does bad mean? Does that mean were they incite? Was it a violation of what? What does he mean by
I mean, there was
bad?
a lot of, I mean, a lot of places had violations. You know what I'm saying? Like restaurants and stuff had violations of this and violations of that. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh God.
this can't compare to what the Gabriel house looked like with the cockroaches, the mice, and the bed bugs that we had that was all mentioned. Okay,
Well,
and
no, it's the fire that's the problem.
the fire
The fire, and
and
I would love to know how that started. I
I
would
would
love
love
to
to know
know
how that. I'm waiting for that
how that
investigation to come.
fire I would love to know how that fire started. Was it because of the violations that they don't want anybody to know that it was not safe to live there, that there were fire violations, and it caught on fire somehow because of the violation or violations?
Well,
And then the fire department is called and you're short staffed?
Yeah.
How can this look good? It doesn't. And somebody, I think it was Rizzo, that said that Paul Coogan is going to get reelected. He'll get reelected because nobody shows up to vote, and CJ and Chip mentioned that too. Low voter turnout works in favor for the incumbent, so they are counting on a low voter turnout. if
Well,
people if people come out to vote, it'll change who's going to get in office. But if you're not going to go out and vote, then you're going to get the incumbent and you're going to be miserable all over again because you wouldn't go out and vote. You don't like the candidates, put your own name on the line.
that is true. Put your name in. You know,
But
if you
not
don't like
just
it.
not just don't go vote.
Well, Boomer Amaril's running for mayor. Carlos Caesar's running for mayor. Alfonso, I don't know about him. I don't even know if he's got his signatures yet. Um, and Christopher's running for mayor too, also. And you got Nate too, that owned the coffee shop on South Main Street.
Well,
He's running for city council too.
Chip and CJ said that there's only one official candidate right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know who it was. I'm not sure if it was Christopher or somebody else. Caesar?
Carlos Caesar and well, Carlos Caesar's. I think he's got all his signatures.
I think
Uh,
he's the one that is the only official candidate right now. That's what CJ and Chip said.
yeah, but Boomer's got the Boomer's got all his signatures too. Boomer Amro.
So you have a choice. There are multiple people running for the mayor's office, and you can get rid of Paul Coogan, but you have to go out and vote. If you're not going to go out and vote, don't cry that you're going to get Coogan back in.
Yep, that is true. And don't cry when he's over there raising your. You don't cry when he's over there raising taxes and raising taxes and your rents go up. So if Coogan gets back in, don't cry about your rent quote going up. Okay, because you know something, because nobody's gonna listen to you. Because you know
They're going to
something.
go up. They're going to go up. All right. It always does in Massachusetts. The Democrats have a way of always making taxes go up, rents go up, everything goes up, cost of living goes up. So you're not, if you don't get another candidate and get rid of the Democrats somehow and figure out another way and stop raising taxes and taking people's money out of their pockets, and then they've got have a hard time with the cost of living.
Oh, that is true too. Yep.
Jobs. You have to have jobs so that people can go to work and make money, not tax people when they're not even working. Massachusetts has the worst job growth rate in the country
You got it.
in the private sector. They're not even creating jobs. So what are you going to get? People that are going to be dependent on the government. They're going to look at the government for assistance because they can't make it.
That is true.
The cost of living is going to get too high. There are no jobs, and the government gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And then next thing you know, and I'm not even kidding you, you can laugh, I don't care. Communism will take over in Massachusetts
No, you're right. I
because
agree. I
that's
agree.
what's happening right now. Michelle Wu hosted some party or whatever for her cronies, and there were communists there from Harvard.
Really?
So if
Oh,
you don't,
jeez.
if people don't think that this isn't happening, you've got another thing coming. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, people are going to have a wake up call. And by the time they wake up, it'll be too late. It'll be too late.
That
You're
is
going to
true.
have
Yep.
tyranny, and you're not, your vote isn't going to matter. Nobody's going to come out to vote, and you're always going to have the same, the incumbents will always be reelected because nobody comes out to vote, and you have tyranny because that's what you got right now. You still don't even have a forensic audit at Beacon Hill. You still don't
No,
have
we
that.
don't have a forensic audit. You're right. Nope. We still have don't. We still don't have a forensic audit.
That is not that is not the part of the Constitution. It's we the people in the Constitution. They are not going by the US Constitution. They're not doing it.
That is
They're
true.
doing whatever they want. They're doing whatever they want. And I'm telling you, people in Massachusetts are making a mistake by not speaking up. You're making a mistake by not voting as well.
That is true too.
It's a big mistake. You're gonna people will pay for that if you don't go out and vote. You're gonna pay for it dearly, dearly.
Yeah. And if you don't go, and if you don't vote Paul Coogan out, you are going to pay for it because your
Yeah,
rent's going to go sky high.
it's
And
gonna be
you know
bad.
something? You don't have nothing but the blame but yourselves. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna do all your complaining about rent being high, food prices are going up, this and this and that, Paul Coogan's doing this.
No jobs,
No,
no jobs.
no jobs. You know what? The only people that I'm gonna blame is the people, okay, that should have voted Mr. Coogan out a long time ago.
Yep.
Okay,
Those are the non-voters. Would be the non-voters.
that's right.
Those are non-voters. So you're gonna if there is a low voter turnout, you can guarantee that Paul Guggen and all the others will get back in. That's it. That's what they want, and that's what they want.
And they complain so much.
The local media helps with that with their propaganda, and people believe everything that the media tells them. This is again communism because they have control. This is what the Communist Party does.
They
They
like to control
control
everything. That's what they
they
like to do.
control the information that is being said by the media. You're
That is
not
true
being
too.
told the truth. They're going to tell you what they want you to know, which is nobody's running, everything is fine, we'll take care of it. Yeah, you're having a hard time right now. You can't afford this, that, and the other thing, but we'll come in to rescue you. That's the Communist Party. We'll come in to rescue you
And we'll put
and we'll
everybody on
help you
government
out.
assistance.
We'll help you out. And the government gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, and people will become more and more dependent on the government, and that's what they want. And if people don't see that, then that is what you're going to get. You're going to
Of
get that because it's on
course.
its way. It's on its way right now. Mara Healy signed the budget for 2026, which started in July. It didn't start in January, it starts in July, the fiscal year. The government does not go by the calendar year.
Yeah.
So Mara Healy signed the budget already for 1 year for Massachusetts, which includes the $45,000 for the illegals for permanent housing from home base.
Yeah.
Another $5 million for a legal fund in case they need help with lawyers.
Yeah.
And you have money going to the contractor that is still building subway cars in Boston, going to the Chinese government, the CCP. You got that too.
People don't want to hear all of that. You know what
No,
I'm
they
saying?
don't want
No,
to
they think
hear
it's
it, or
okay.
or they don't know about it, or they don't believe it. I never heard of it. You're not going to hear of it unless you go do your research. Go take a look. It's there. It is the company is in Springfield, Massachusetts. They have a website. You'll see the photos, you'll see everything. It's all there. It's all
Yeah.
there. Mara Healy gave that company, the CCP company, almost $150 million just last year.
Wow, that's a lot of money.
150 to the Communist Chinese Party.
Ah,
Michelle Wu, who's hosting these people at her events. And if people don't go out to vote in Boston, she's getting back in. That's it.
people also need to go out and vote in Boston too, so that way she doesn't get back in.
Yeah, well, you got Josh Kraft. He can't be a communist. He can't. If I were in Boston and I had those two to pick and I can't stand the Democrats, I would just to vote Mayor Wu out. I would pick Josh Kraft. I would go vote for Josh Kraft just to get her out. Just to get her. If you're an independent in Boston, go vote and go vote for Josh Kraft and get Wu out of office.
She needs to get out of office too. Communist.
So does Paul Coogan. So does Mara Healy. People have to go out and vote and get these incumbents out.
Like Joe Camara, Sean Kadeem, Brad Kilby.
All of yeah, whoever it is that is running again, people have to go vote. There's no way out of it. And if you don't complain about what's happening in and around you if you're not happy. If you did not vote and to get to change whatever you're not happy about, then don't complain. You have no right to complain.
If you're gonna keep voting the same people back in, then don't
That's
complain.
right.
Don't
That's
complain.
right.
Because you know
That's right.
something?
Don't
Because
complain.
you know what? The ones that vote the same people back in, you're the problem. Okay? You
Yes,
are the problem.
that's right. You're a
You
big
are.
problem.
I want to say this. You are the problem. Okay? You are the problem. If you vote the same people back in, you are the problem. Okay? Nobody else is the problem but you. If you vote the same people back in, so you got to go to the
Yes.
polls and vote these people out.
But if you have, again, I'll say it again, if you've got low voter turnout and these people that turn up to vote for these same people again, they're going to get back in. Yeah, show up or shut up.
You know something? That is
That's
a good
true.
one. That's right.
That's right.
Either
Or
show up
shut
or
up.
shut up,
Yeah, that's right. Show up or shut up.
and
And
stop complaining.
I'm sure the non-voters outnumber the voters on election day. I bet you anything that that's the case. It's practically everywhere in Massachusetts that the non-voter outnumbers the voters,
That is
and they're
true.
making a mistake. They're
Mhm.
making a mistake. Making a mistake. If you're not a registered, if you can vote and you're not a registered voter, you can go online and register. And if you do not want to declare a party, you can be an independent, which means you have no party affiliation, which most people in Massachusetts are. 60% are. So if you don't like the Democrats or you don't like the Republicans, you can be an independent. I said what I said, y'all.
You know,
So that you can do that. You can register online. You don't have to go to Boston. You don't have to go wherever if you can't go anywhere. Do it online. Have somebody do it for you or whatever, you help you, and you can do it that way. You go to the mass.gov, and I think you go to the Registry of Motor Vehicles, and you can register to vote there. as an independent if you don't like the Republicans or the Democrats. You don't have to pick one or the other.
That is true too. Yep.
Most people are independents. So,
Well, well, Carlos Caesar, he's a Republican, so and he's
an independent can vote for either a Democrat or a Republican. It doesn't matter.
yeah.
They have that choice because they have no party affiliation.
Yeah, so they have no party affiliation on any of this.
So if
So
you're in a general election and you want the Republican in, an independent can vote for a Republican, just like people that are registered Republicans will vote for a
yeah,
Republican. If you have the independents outweigh or outvote the Democrats, then the Republicans will get in.
absolutely.
It's the independents that sway the vote. It's the independents.
That is true too. Yep.
It
But
is.
but like I
It
said,
always is.
yes, it is always this.
Always.
but the but these people, they got to get out there and vote. They got to get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, the problem is that some of these people in Massachusetts don't like to get out there and vote. You know what I'm saying? So if and what the heck is this guy saying?
Vote for
Pedro.
Pedro. Who's that?
Who's Pedro?
Maybe nobody.
Vote for Pedro.
Well, you can put Pedro.
Derek.
You you can
Yeah,
put
vote for
you
Pedro.
can put Pedro down in the line there if you don't like anybody.
Yeah, whoever Pedro is. Well, hey, hey, why don't you put my name down there? Put my name. Put my name in for governor next year. Just vote for Dave Mead for governor of Massachusetts. Hey, DAVID, you guys got it.
MEADE.
Yes, yeah. Well, DAVID, MEADE. You can vote for Dave Mead for governor of Massachusetts. And I'll tell you one thing, okay? I'll make sure that I will take care of the people of Massachusetts, okay? Okay. I'll give the people what they need of Massachusetts. All right, I would. And I would. I would give the people what they need of Massachusetts. Massachusetts would come first. The American people would come first.
What
And
would you
believe it
do?
or not,
What
I would help Trump, okay, get rid of all the illegal aliens out of this country. Okay. Every single
no,
one.
no,
And I
out of
will
the
allow
state.
ICE to come here
Yes, out of the state, not the country, the state.
out of the state. I honestly I would. And you know what? I would. I mean, I would let ICE come in here and do what they have to do here in Massachusetts. But hey, vote for Dave Mead for governor in 2026. Put my name in the ballot. DAVIDMEADE. Don't hesitate. Just do it. And
I was
I'll be the best governor of Massachusetts that you ever have.
I've been following Brian Shortsleeve. He is a candidate for the governor.
Yeah,
Okay,
he is.
he's okay. I don't know if he's on the ballot. I don't know if he's got all the signatures, but he definitely is running.
Yeah.
All right. And right now he's saying all the right things.
Yes, he is.
And he's hanging around the South Shore. He's hanging around Chatham, the Cape, because that's where the Republicans are. They're in the South Shore, most of them.
And Brian Shortsleeve is saying the right things too.
He's a Republican.
Yeah, and
Okay.
he's saying,
So,
yeah,
and I've told him, I think I've told him 3 or 4 times to come up to Swampscott and try to get votes for the Republican Party in Swampscott. I told him 4 times, 3 or 4 times already to come up to Swampscott.
What did he say to you?
Nothing. He keeps hanging around the South Shore. Come up to the North Shore and get the people that are independents and Republicans on the North Shore to vote Republican and try to vote Republican because the Mass GOP is nowhere to be found.
Can't even find that guy anywhere.
So it's like, come up, you the Republican candidates, even Mike Keneally, those two candidates that are Republicans, come up to the North Shore and do your spiel in the North Shore, not just the South Shore. You have the independents. They're not, the Republicans have the least amount of registered voters. You're not going to win with registered Republican voters only. You're not going
That
to win.
that is true. Yeah,
You
you're
have
right.
to have the independents vote for Republicans.
That is true. Yeah.
That's how a Republican is going to get in, unless the Democrats do not show up to vote. So, I mean, there are a few scenarios, but to be on the safe side, you have to get the independents on the Republicans' side to vote for the Republicans.
I have a video over here with Mayor Paul Coogan, what he said about something about politics, and I wanted to kind of like really just play the clip a little bit and see, and so you can hear and see what you think on what he said. So I'm gonna play the clip a little bit. So watch this. I don't know if it.
I'm a vice principal. You talk about a school? Let's go. But I'm not going to tell the police or the fire or EMS what they need for numbers. Those are in the what the chief asked for. I don't know the numbers. I'm a vice principal. You talk about a school? Let's go. But I'm not going to tell the police or the fire or EMS what they need for numbers.
You
Let's
see?
go. But I'm not going to tell the police or the fire or EMS what they need for numbers.
I
Those
mean,
are
that has got to
what the chief
be
asked for.
the
I don't know.
most idiotic statement I have ever heard in my
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Did you hear that? I played the whole clip. Yeah. He's not going to. Uh, what do you say? If you talk about schools, yeah, okay.
He
If you talk,
said, I'm a vice principal. I don't know about EMS, firefighters, or whatever. In other words, the personnel or whatever. What the hell is this guy talking about? What the
I,
hell is he talking about?
I have no idea.
He's an idiot. He's an
I
idiot.
told you. I
Well,
told you.
how the heck do these people get elected? How do these idiots get in office? I don't understand it.
Me either.
Is
And
there anybody in Massachusetts that has half a brain? A candidate that has half a brain?
oh, I know who has half a brain. I know who has a fuller brain. You got Boomer Emerald and Carlos Caesar. Okay, there's two right there. And then you got Christopher too running for mayor too. So if he gets all the signatures,
All right, so there's no excuse for the people of Fall River not to go out and vote and get Paul Coogan out because you have at least two that are running against him, maybe three. So there's no reason for the non-voters that are registered and that can vote go out and vote. There's no excuse. There's just no excuse.
Dave, you should be Dave,
You'd be a better mayor.
I'd be a better mayor. Yeah, if I do the things right, they'll probably say that I'm doing things wrong.
Probably.
Yeah. Oh, he ain't doing nothing right. Oh, he ain't doing this. Yeah, they'll be blaming me for stuff. No, it's quite all right. I have a radio show. I have a podcast that I can do and talk about this stuff and hold politicians accountable. My cousin's very smart, though. You know what I'm saying? She is. She's very intelligent.
Look,
My, my
Paul
sister.
Coogan is such a loser at this point.
Oh, he is.
Losers
That
right, you're a kid.
statement that he just, that he made and what happened there at the Great Gabriel House,
Yeah.
that I, I would think that people would be so fed up with what is going on in that city with between the illegals, the short staff for firefighters, the
Mm-hmm.
crime, the
Yep.
cost of living, the no jobs, just getting by. How that is that's a very depressing way like to live. So I just don't. The way out is to vote people in that are gonna get jobs for the city and that are gonna somehow do something about the illegals so that the money doesn't go to them and goes elsewhere, and have ICE come in and deport them so that the money does not go to them, and make sure it goes where it's supposed to go and not to them, and it stays in the city, and then it could probably hire some more firefighters.
Well, the WCVB Channel 5 Boston said Fall River is planning to increase its firefighter staffing following the deadly overnight fire as the assistant living facility. The union leader calls for the change, saying that the department was understaffed when responding. So let me see what these people have to say. I have the whole video right here. Let me see something. I'm gonna play this video for a bit. On. Allow us to effect faster fire suppression efforts, faster rescues, and allow our firefighters to work safer, and which in turn makes every citizen of the city safer. That's Channel
Who was
5.
Well,
You
what are
want me
they
to play?
talking about?
I don't know. Hold on. I gotta play this whole thing again.
We've been going back and forth over how we can increase the count on some of our trucks. And today we came to the realization that we can go up by 4. So instead of having 2 trucks at the minimum standard by the Fire Safety Commission, we're going to go to 6. Going forward, the goal obviously would be to get to 10 of 10, but right now we think this is a very positive step in the right direction. And I want to commend Mayor Coogan for stepping up and moving us in the
Oh
right
yeah,
direction,
okay.
making
This
sure
is
that
a
we're bringing up
plug.
those staffing levels significant.
That's a plus.
Oh my God! I mean, he is saying that he's commending Paul Coogan. Give me a
Now
break.
he is.
Oh, yeah. This is such a farce. It's not even funny.
Yes, it is.
This is such a setup. This is all propaganda. Like I've said it before.
Yeah, it
If
is.
if people don't recognize that, I mean, if you're gonna fall for this propaganda that Paul Coogan
Oh, I ain't falling for that.
did this great job and you have to commend him for it. He's going to have 6 trucks instead of 2, which is the minimum. You know what? If you had the right amount of trucks, maybe some lives could have been spared. I don't know. I'm not a fire expert, okay? But why are you coming out now and saying that Paul Coogan is going to get commended for having 6 trucks instead of 2? These people
We
are
need
sick.
more than that. We need more than that. 6
But
trucks ain't gonna do.
my point is that it's not true. That this is propaganda. This is rhetoric that is
Yeah.
going to try to make people feel good that Paul Coogan is doing something about after the disaster happened. This
After
is
these
such
10 people died.
this, this is such BS. I mean, they're not even embarrassed about it. I mean,
Of course not.
it's just terrible. It just goes to show you, at least to me, how little they value those people's lives that got lost in
Yeah,
that fire.
of course.
Okay, instead of talking about the victims, how it could
Mhm.
have been prevented, what
Yep.
could have been done better, and man up to the mistakes that were done so it doesn't happen again. No, they have to commend Paul Coogan.
Yep. They didn't talk about the lives.
It's
They
such a
didn't.
joke. It's
It
such a
is a joke.
joke. It's such a
It is.
joke.
It is. It's horrible. And
It is. It
they
is.
didn't even. They didn't even talk about. They didn't even. No. Nobody ever talked. Nobody talked about the lives. Oh, we're gonna put 6 trucks. We need more than
Linda,
that.
I know, but Linda, that's what the guy said on the video. He said the trucks. He didn't say anything about manpower. Okay, he mentioned the trucks. Never
Huh.
mind that they were short staffed. That the video made it look like that Paul Coogan was going to max out the number of trucks by 6, and that guy was being said he was commending Paul Coogan for doing that. Never mind that it was short staffed. That they didn't mention. They didn't mention that. And they're
Of
not
course.
going to mention it. They're not right. They're not going to mention it. How are you going to have 6 trucks and you don't have the manpower for it?
How?
Who's going to run the other 4 if you only have manpower for 2 trucks? What's going to happen to the other 4? They're just going to sit there and rot?
The other 4 trucks.
I mean, it doesn't even make any sense.
Nope. They
It
don't.
doesn't even make any sense. I
Nope.
mean, this is all after the fact. We have to make Paul Coogan look good here, and that he's doing something about having 6 trucks instead of 2, but you don't have the manpower. I mean, come on. I mean, do they really think people are that stupid? Do they? I think that they do, because or else why would they say it?
Bob Camara
Yeah,
did.
but I'm talking about the video that you just played, David.
Yeah, I know.
That
I know.
was
I know. I know you are.
that was not mentioned that that they were short staffed. That was not the issue. The issue were the trucks.
Yeah.
And
So yeah.
if you don't have the men and you only have them for 2 trucks, what's 4 extra trucks going to do?
They're just gonna sit there.
That's right. They're not going to do anything. It's a lie. It's a big fat lie.
It is. It's been a
It's just a
lie.
big fat lie. It's just to cover up and to make people think, because they think people are not very bright, that Paul Coogan is doing something about it after the fact.
That is true. Not talking about the victims.
No, they're not, and they don't want the violations
Nope.
publicized.
Of
Unless
course
there's
not.
some good reporters and journalists that can get their hands on that information and make it public.
I love to
Like,
get my hand. I love to get my hands on that.
yeah. So if their journalists have a way to get this information, if they can go out there at Fall River and find out, or they might know somebody in City Hall, they can get that information. But
Yeah.
right now, I bet you it's all lock and key because they don't want anybody to know the truth. That information is not going to come out, and nobody's ever going to know if that fire, how that started. Nobody's going to know that. They're going to lie about that too.
For cover up.
Oh, there's absolutely going to be a cover up. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it. So that Coogan can get back in as mayor.
Yep. They're gonna. Yeah.
You
To
live in the
cover up.
city and don't know how many fire stations there are? Who said that? What's he talking
That
about?
would be Derek. Derek.
Who's you? You live in the city and don't know how many fire stations there are. We weren't talking about fire stations. We were talking
We
about
wasn't
fire
talking about fire
trucks.
stations. Moron. I'm not gonna. We wasn't talking about fire stations. We were talking about how many trucks and stuff, and he wants to put 6 trucks on. But 6 trucks ain't gonna do. We need more trucks, and we need a full staff of fire department. We need a full staff. I'm sorry, 6 trucks ain't gonna do. It's not. It's gonna be the same thing over and over and over again.
Yeah.
The vicious cycle that goes around this way. So, basically,
It's a vicious cycle because there are not enough voters that go vote.
yep, that's what it is.
It is. Low voter turnout is going to get the incumbents in, like Chip and CJ said. And that happens all the time. It happens all the time.
Yeah.
Priscilla mentioned what? I know we have at least one. We did have all the one in Highlands once. One what? Truck or fire station? Or is she? I don't know what they're talking about.
I mean, I don't know.
Because I'm referring to the video that you played, and apparently somebody said that they commended Paul Coogan for getting
Yes.
6 trucks instead of 2. So
Oh,
she did
Eastern
talk
Avenue and Bedford Street and Stanley Street and Plymouth Avenue. There are 4 of the
for
top.
fire stations. For fire stations, that's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
So if
oh,
there's
and by the way, Annalisa, there were 70 people that lived in that Gabriel house.
70,
Yeah.
so there were a lot of injured though too.
Yes, there were 70 there. For the record, there were 70
Okay. Well, that's just too many people in a building that should have been condemned.
a long time ago.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, with all these people, man, I'm telling you, it's these people. But they're elderly. You know what I'm saying? And one in well, yeah, there's also one in the Globe too. They forgot the one in the Globe.
Well, there's also the disability. There are a lot of people there that had disabilities.
Yeah,
Not, yeah, it may be elderly, but the disability is worse.
yeah. Well, people in a wheelchair, people on crutches, people in with
Right.
air tanks and stuff like that. I mean,
Couldn't
come on.
hear.
People can't hear. Woman takes off a hearing aid at night, goes to bed, don't wake up in the morning, she burns to death.
A little lost you, Dave.
Huh? I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? It's just. But I mean, I can't. And you know what? And I just can't wait until he release the report. Really, I mean, I just can't really either because I want to know.
I don't know if you can
I
hear me,
really
Dave,
want
but
to
I
know
lost
what the
you.
finding is.
The connection not good. It's not good.
On you? Oh boy. At least we got through half the day today. Just about.
Okay.
Is it okay?
All right, I'm gonna get off, okay, because I don't think this is really working right
Yeah.
now. So I
Yeah.
don't know if you can hear me, Dave, but
Oh, I can hear you.
I'll just end it and you can just keep going. Okay? Bye.
All right. All right. So, but there is a something about the connections, Wi-Fi and something, and but I'm gonna keep going for a little bit, and we'll be on Thursday again, and hopefully it's a little better. And they don't really pay attention to these buildings, but in the city, it's getting cars and uh, constant living and out in these windows. Oh, okay. So, but like Mayor Paul Coogan, I mean, 6 trucks ain't going to be enough. Okay, we need more than that. Okay, look at and plus they don't mention about these people that died. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Okay, and it's pretty sad. that they didn't. So okay. Um, let's see. Third. Well, I'll see you on Thursday at 6 o'clock and see what the connection will be then. That's okay. So, anyways, let's see this. We will use the ginger. I don't take. Okay, pills. But hey, like I said, okay, you know, we don't. But we do need a full staff. We do. We need a full staff. We need a full staff. We can't have 6 trucks. So we do need a full staff. So one of the Plymouth Avenue near Glow Street is for four corners on the Flint and downtown on the Highland and one on the North End. Yeah. So I mean we got fire stations and but still though I mean we don't have enough, and that it's so we don't. I mean, we still don't have enough. And now Mayor Paul Coogan, I just played a clip, and we still. We're still going to be short. Okay, so we are. We're still gonna be short. Fire trucks. Okay, 6. That's not enough. Okay, I don't know what Coogan's talking about, but that's not enough. Okay, and I don't and you know something. My opinion on all this. Okay, I don't even think Mayor Paul Coogan did not take is not taking any responsibility when all this stuff is his fault. Okay, it's his fault. He's the mayor of the city of Fall River. He should be looking out for the people. Okay, he should be. And that Gabriel house, okay, was full of mice. Okay, full of cockroaches, bed bugs, and everything. Okay, and if we would have had a full staff, okay, on a full staff fire department, okay, lives would have been saved. Okay, but no. Okay, he wanted to cut here. He wanted to cut there. Other people are saying now that he wants to cut 12 more firefighters out, okay, of the fire station. He wants to cut more. He wants to lay more people off. That's what people are saying. Okay, and this is good. And this is supposed to happen Friday. So, but anyways, we got some good candidates running for mayor. Boomer Amro, he's running for mayor. Carlos Caesar, he's running for mayor. Um, Nate from the coffee shop, Nate Silver from the coffee shop. He's also running for city council. I think, and the other one is running for mayor. So, but I just want to say that they're going to be having on Friday down at the VSW. Okay, a let me see. Let me see if see where I sent it here. I'm gonna find it because I gotta talk about it. Okay, there it is. Um, so in ten minutes we have in the area best eatery on the board to supply foods for the Gabriel House tragedy. We are having to set the donations at $20 at South Coast Funeral Services. We will also be there to answer any questions. We have Tipsy Tabin, the Bearden Chicken, Goose Goods to Eat, Mr. Chin, Stone's Soup Chicken, Florentine Italian Chicken, Piccadilly. So this is all going to be good stuff that's going to benefit the that's all going to benefit the the one that died in that fire. So this is for them. There's also a GoFundMe page set up. Okay, you go to GoFundMe.com and you'll see the picture of the firefighters and the fire up on top. If you want to donate $5, $10, $20, whatever you can afford, please do, because this is all going to the victims. Okay, that was in that fire. So, this that event that I just threw out there, it's going to be they're going to start it off for $20, and they're going to have food, drinks. They're going to have food over there. They're going to have drinks. They're going to have a band over there at the VFW on Bedford Street on Friday. So please show up over there if you want. And just go have some fun. You know what I'm saying? And and chat, mingle with everybody over there. I mean, these are for the this is all for the um, Gabriel House fire victims. Okay, and all the money is going to all the money that they donate is going to the funeral services. So, but anyways, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you, Linda, for coming on. Derek, Priscilla, DeRosa, Priscilla again, DeRosa, Derek again, Priscilla, DeRosa, and who else? And Derek again, Priscilla, DeRosa, Linda, my wife. Thank you all for coming on and watching. This is Dave Mead, Fall River Media News. I will see you on Thursday. Again, please hold your politicians accountable, and get out there and vote, man. Get out there and vote. If you're looking for change, get out there and vote. So take care, everybody. Have a great one. Bye now.